Welcome guys and girls to another division build video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 6-piece Hunter's Faith and just show you the build, but before I get into that I just want to give you my opinion. I'm going to try and be as honest as I can because that's what I want to do. I want to be honest. I'm seeing a lot of thumbnails and videos saying the ultimate one-shot build and all this palaver. Well, I'm sorry to say, but I don't get sucked into that. It's not really a one-shot build. If you have the stacks up, then yeah, you might be able to one-shot someone, but I don't think it's as strong as people make out. To answer my question from the start of the video, is Hunter's Faith back? Well, I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is. The build is a lot of fun, you know, especially in PvE. As you can see from the footage, I was running Napalm on Legendary, and I tried to be the first to solo it with Hunter's Faith, but as soon as I got to the end bosses, the fire on the floor, it just, with the toughness I've got, I just ultimately died, ran out of med kits, you know, you're squishy, so I didn't do it. But yeah, in the DZ as well, I wouldn't say it's a great build. I mean, I always feel like when I'm running this build, especially when people have got like Predator on, as soon as I'm hit by Predator I'm dead, so I feel like I'm always staying far away from my team. I'm not really supporting my team, and you know, I'm always in the distance trying to land shots, so it's not very good to support your team in the DZ at all. But yeah, that's just my honest opinion. People are saying it's a one-shot sniper build. Maybe you'll love it, but I'll show you the build and how I build it and see what you guys think. So yeah, I have just over 10k firearms. I only have 316k toughness and then 88k skill power. Now, this is another reason why I'm not a huge fan of the build, is I love running the classic. I'll just show you which one. I love running the classic M44, and with it hardly having any bullets in the mag, it's just not suitable for this build. So unfortunately I have to run the M700, which I just don't prefer it. I don't prefer it. I don't know why. I just don't really like it that much. But yeah, maybe it's due to, maybe I'm just being a bit critical. Maybe it's I'm far from optimized on this gear set. I mean, I've got some terrible pieces. Me carbon isn't optimized at all, and it's not exactly the one that I'd like, but yeah, I'm running prepared, deadly and elevated. Now maybe you'll be luckier than me and you'll get prepared, deadly and disciplined. Now that's the sniper I'd like to run. Disciplined, if you don't know what it is, it's every time you get a kill, your next bullet is a guaranteed crit. So yeah, it'd work really nice with this build. The weapon attachments I'm using is 18% headshot damage with crit hit damage and crit chance. Crit chance on the magazine, crit damage on the grip, and I did try headshot damage on the suppressor, but I preferred crit hit damage with crit chance on instead. The secondary I use is lightweight M4, deadly responsive vicious. Yeah, it does the job. Yeah, I suppose you can, it's your choice, you can run whatever you want as your secondary, but the weapon attachments on this is crit chance on the scope, crit hit damage on the magazine, crit hit damage on the grip, and crit hit damage on the loud vent brake. Now over to the pieces. I have everything on this build is rolled onto firearms. I have health, exotic damage resilience, increased kill XP, which, you know, I'd rather be ammo capacity. Then the mods on this build are the same throughout. They are firearms and crit chance. Now I just wanted to get as much crit chance and just go all out with this build, because you are a total glass cannon. Backpack is firearms with 9% crit damage and ammo capacity. Now the mask, crit chance, and I rolled damage to elites on it just for the PvE side, because like I said, this build, it is fun. It's fun in PvE. You know, you can do crazy numbers, crazy crits. But yeah, that's what I have on the mask. The gloves, these are my worst piece by a long shot. These are terrible. But it's firearms, crit damage, maximum rifle damage, and crit chance. And as you can see, none of that, nothing on that is optimized. Absolutely nothing. Now, knee pads, firearms, and I have crit hit damage again on the knee pads. I'm losing 1% crit hit damage on them because they're now optimized. Then finally the holster, I have crit hit chance. So it's basically, the build is just all out damage. I don't really have health mods. I just have all out damage. Now the crit hit chance on the M700 is 27.5, crit hit damage is 115, headshot damage 208, and on the M4 39% crit chance. That's obviously inflated because I have vicious. Then 117 crit hit damage and 107 headshot damage. So the skills I run is booster shot. I mean, a pulse is good also, but other than that, I don't think there's anything else I would run. Maybe in PvE a flashbang, that can be pretty handy. And then I use an immunizer just because that's the best heal I can get with that skill power. That's the only thing that can provide me with a heal. Then onto the talents on this build. I run one is none, just because, you know, when it's not consuming the bullet, it can keep your Hunter's Faith, the buff, active for longer. Precision, like I say, I run that on nearly all my builds if I don't have a pulse. It's tactical advance. Now this is pretty good for sniper builds. You know, you complete the cover to cover and it increases your damage up to 30%. Doesn't last very long, but it can still be effective. And then critical save, which is another talent that I run on every single build. Yeah, so I think that's about it, but you know, I sound a bit sad with this build because, you know, it didn't live up to my expectations, and I think the main reason for that is, I'll show you, this part at the bottom. Upon weapon swap or reload or after 10 seconds. Now the buff just, there shouldn't be a cooldown on the buff, I don't think, because the buff just feels like it doesn't last long enough. And then also with the reload, it forces you to use the M700, where I'd rather use the classic M44. But yeah, you might enjoy it. I wouldn't put it up there with the best sniper builds. I'd say Sentry and Deadeye are still miles ahead of this build, but it can be fun. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up for today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I've noticed I'm getting quite a lot of subscribers now, so I really appreciate that. You know, your support means everything. And just a bit of information, I might be changing me channel name. I'm thinking of, you know, changing it to something a bit more unique, so that might be something I'll do in the future. But yeah, for now, I'll see you later.